This video is intended for adult collectors or adults who want a nostalgia fix, not for kids. Although children may appear in this video, they are in it for review purposes only. If you are a child, please make sure to get your parents' permission before watching and make them watch it with you. Thank you. ¿Qué onda? This Hector Canales bringing you a fan request quick unboxing review of the 1988 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello.
Splinter the Rat taught them each the ninja arts. Donatello, master of the staff. Leonardo, the katana blade.
My God!
Raphael, the
Don't
sleeve.
throw this at home, kids!
And Michelangelo, the nunchakus.
Radical!
And master of the willing pizza.
Hey, who had the pepperoni and ice cream?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From Playmates.
My daughter and I, for our daddy-daughter retro reviews, we unboxed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles April the Ravishing Reporter figure. We looked at the good, the bad, and the dark side of this figure. We also got to play with it and have some fun with some stop motion. The link to this review will be in the description of this video.
Let's finally get this figure out of that box. Now, when I purchased this figure, it was already torn from the top. The seller told me he had a mishap with it, and that's why I got it for a very low price. But then myself having it hanging up in my haul of toys, I had a mishap myself, which ended up tearing even more on the side. Now I try to fix, well, at least keep it in the box somewhat with clear tape on both ends. Now that I unbox toys and we look at old retro toys, heck, why not just take them out and film it? I'm gonna try to take them out nice and smooth, especially since I kind of want to put them back in the box. Whoa, look at that. Oh, just tore them up even more. Just caused that tear. I guess it's not too bad. And, oh man, yeah, he's basically almost off the box. Bubbles off the card now. There's just a little bit left here on the sides that's now in the box. But let's take out the figure. Let's have some fun with this guy. And here's the weapons tree. Donatello. I used to stare at the boxes for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a long time. Playmates did such a wonderful job on these card arts. From the front to the back, what kid wouldn't be drawn to these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? These figures came out right before the cartoon actually came out. So just seeing this, seeing the card art already calls you to it. The ridiculousness falls away as soon as you see the card art and you read the story on the back. Then you got all the other figures, you got his stats, then you got the pizza point right there. This is brilliant marketing by Playmates. $4.99. Alright, let's smell him. Yes, he's never been out of the box. He still has that old retro smell. This is really cool. Here is my original Donatello. He still smells like the bucket of toys I had him in. And it's not like the best smell because after playing with them in the water, I would just toss them in the bucket. Everything's a little bit lighter on my original one that's been out of the package for 30 plus years. And this guy's got a bit of a like sticky feeling to him. He's a hard head. My original is not a hard head figure. Although, I guess being out and the elements, his head got a little hard, but he's supposed to be soft head. I didn't know that there were so many differences in the soft and hard heads, like the skin color. This guy was in the sun a few times and in the bathtub and in the dirt and all this. Okay, the package was cracked and whatnot, but this is the first time he's been out of the package. Just feels a little sticky. Man, this is so cool. His accessories, not counting the stuff that's on the weapons tree here, is his belt. And I don't want to mess it up the way I've messed up this one where it's all torn up. Since this one's already been all torn up, let's try to remove this one. And that's what he would look like without his belt. But as you can see, the shell is a little darker on this one. He looks a lot better here. Maybe it's the 30 plus years out of the box that's left them like that. Upon further research at retrotortugas.blogspot.com, I found out that the first wave was actually the soft heads, and Playmates, in case this Turtles line failed, they went a little cheap on the color. Let's take a look at the weapons tree. Having to twist off the weapons yourself seemed like a pretty cool concept, but a few years later when G.I. Joe came out with weapons tree, it just seemed real lazy on the part of the manufacturer. He comes with his bow staffs. There's one here, the other here. The ninja stars, which I always thought was a pizza cutter. Another pizza cutter. And a hook for in case you do bad comedy. Like me. I could take these weapons off the weapons tree, but what I do have is an extra one. This one was actually for Michelangelo. The previous owner of this Michelangelo had taken off the nunchucks by cutting them. But one way, the way I did it as a kid is you would twist until you got them off. But then you were left with these little pieces. You would just, look at that, that's pretty easy too. You got the pizza cutter. I don't know if it's a pizza cutter, but that's what I always thought it was. And then we got the other thing right here. Twist, twist, twist. Twist, twist, twist. And you get it out. And he could say a bad joke. Come in and take them out. Let's take a look at Donatello's articulation. At the head, side to side. Shoulder all the way around. At the forearm. And a ball joint at his thigh. Playmates made both the Ninja Turtles in the 1990 Dick Tracy line. They reused the engineering for their Ninja Turtles line for their Dick Tracy line. They're about the same height and have the same articulation. Imagine all the fun you could have had as a little kid having Dick Tracy and the Ninja Turtles versus Big Boy and Shredder. Whoa guys, there's Shredder and Big Boy. Let's get them, fellas. Cowabunga!
Good thing we've got these shells.
You shot them. What the hell is wrong with you, stupid idiot? Thanks for joining me on this fan-requested quick unboxing review of the 1988 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello Hardhead. And join us again on our next fan-requested quick unboxing review of Funko Pop Jaws.